Hi everybody and welcome back to our cooking show. Always here with my mother,
Franca.
And on today's episode we are making something delicious, very easy. They are walnut cookies, otherwise known as
Dolci Di Noce.
and we'll show you just how to make it coming up next on Love What You Eat. So we're just prepping our station. So we have the maraschino cherries, the candied ones, they're a little bit more sticky. These will be our garnish, and we're just basically slicing them in half. I want to do this in advance because this is a cookie that comes together very, very quick. So what are the ingredients in this cookie?
Well, oh, don't forget we're going to be topping some also with the walnuts.
Yes, exactly. But the walnuts, I mean, they're already beautifully placed. I find the way they come out. Sometimes they're a little bit big, so you could cut them in half, but it makes for a beautiful garnish. These, cutting them in half is better. So the cookies, these are...
Sorry.
What's the name of the cookies?
Dolci Di Noce. They're made with finely ground walnuts, egg whites beaten with sugar, and just have to blend it together. And it's your choice if you want to roll it in some icing powder, and making them into little small balls, garnishing with red and green cherries if it's Christmas, if you want, or top them with some walnuts. Very simple and easy to make. And the reason why we're cutting the cherries in half, if you put them whole, the cookie is too small. So the ratio of the like a big entire cherry on the cookie, it's a little bit of an overkill.
These look basically like amaretti cookies. They are soft like an amaretti cookie, but there's no almond flour in them. So when I would take a bite, I would say they're soft like an amaretti. They look like one, but they're completely different in the sense where the texture is basically coming from ground walnuts mixed in with the egg whites that have been basically beaten to stiff peaks with the sugar. The simplest cookie to make. If you don't have a nut allergy, this is very simple and very delicious. And the fact that they are very soft, just like how soft amaretti cookies are, is honestly wonderful. You would think that these would be hard cookies, but they are not. So kids love these. These are great for like coffee cookies or just like fun on-the-go cookies. And they don't crumble and make a mess, which you would think as well with the bits of the walnuts. So they are a no mess type of cookie as well. So this is basically the prep that we're doing. It's just dicing some cherries for garnish. And then we're gonna go straight into basically crushing our walnuts in our food processor. And we are going to then separate our egg whites and our egg yolks. The yolks will go back in the fridge for another dish. We just need the egg whites. We're going to be mixing that with some sugar and beating it to stiff peaks, and then basically folding together the crushed walnuts with the
egg whites.
That's it. And then forming them into balls. We already have our oven preheated to 350.
350, and they cook for about maybe 20 to 22 minutes, all depending on your oven. Always give it a little peek, or until the outside of the edges are a little bit golden brown. When you remove them though, they will be like a little bit soft to touch. Just let them settle till they harden a little bit. And for our viewers that can't eat flour, I mean, this is perfect gluten-free cookie. So
yeah, we're just hoping you don't have a nut allergy at this point. But yeah, we should be.
Hopefully.
At what point would you garnish them? Is it before the baking or after?
Oh, once we roll them in the icing sugar, that's when we garnish them.
So it's before baking.
That's it.
Perfect.
The garnish is baked with the cookie, along with the cookie.
It's baked with the cookie, along with the cookie. And we're gonna show you how to make the cookie. All right, so we're gonna take you on a closer look to really show you how simple this is to put together. In the oven they will go, and then you will see the end result soon. See you soon.
Ciao.
Okay. So you saw us basically finely grind the walnuts into a very ground walnut. And this is 5 cups worth, so we are making a big batch. Measurements, ingredients, directions always found in the video description. We have separated the egg whites, so we have 4 eggs that we have separated. Like we said, the yolks go in the fridge for later frittata or omelet, etc. And then the egg whites are going to be going into a large bowl with a cup of sugar, and we are going to be beating this into stiff peaks, which usually takes a good like 4 to 5 minutes, 4 spaced to 5, not 45, a good 5 minutes. And then we're going to be combining it all. So
That's it.
here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. So
Sorry, I just
okay.
wanted to remove my rings.
I was gonna say, so at this point, remove your rings if you're gonna be rolling, which I'm gonna do next, no beautiful rings. So you get your pan already ready. We have went ahead and mixed all of this together into a beautiful consistency. And we have our whole pieces of walnuts, which we're using as garnish, and our cherries, green and red maraschino cherries that are halved, as well as a bowl with powdered sugar. So
That's
we are
optional.
Optional, but we're going to be doing it. So
Yeah.
this is our station set up, and we have our oven already preheated. So we're going to be scooping into balls and
Into the
powdered sugar.
Garnish.
In the oven it goes. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, take off my rings. Let's get this done.
Quick and easy.
This is fun to make.
Mm. Some might come a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller, it doesn't matter.
They all taste the same.
Yeah, they all taste good.
And I like it because you're not really going for a measurement. It really just looks eyeballish, and you're not going for a shape. You just clump some up in your hand. You plop it in the powdered sugar, and you just kind of roll it in the powdered sugar, and it makes it easy after to pick up.
To handle.
Yeah. And it gives you that little authentic shape that we're used to. So we're going to be speeding this up and getting these all done and garnished into the oven to bake. like my mother said, about 20-22 minutes. Every oven is different, so please pay attention to your oven, especially the first time you make any recipe. You always want to make sure maybe your oven runs a little more hot or a little cooler, etc. And these end up looking like they're still soft, so you're not looking for something to be fully hard and done. It's just as they cool, they'll set a little bit more. So you're looking at more or less the edges around that kind of get a little bit more golden.
If you find that your hands are a little bit too sticky, I'll wash them like in between.
Yeah, just basically rinse them off, get a little bit of that stickiness off. Stickiness from the egg whites. But this is a very easy cookie. Very fun to do with the kids too. Like, who doesn't want to roll Play-Doh?
Can get their hands dirty.
Get their hands dirty, roll it in powdered sugar.
Kids, yeah.
We'll see how much cookies you really end up having afterwards. And these don't grow, so as you place them, there's no baking powder or anything like that, so they will hold the shape and size basically that you have put them into. So you can pile up a nice size tray of these.
You can also garnish them with any candied fruit also. I mean, if it's Christmas, the orange, the candied fruit.
Lemon.
Yeah.
Even drunken cherries, like soak your cherries in some brandy. Like any excuse to just have a little hint of, not saying to get you drunk, no, but to have a little hint of liquor. I find like holidays and dolci with some liquor or whatever, it's always, I don't know, I'm used to it. Or even a coffee bean. How nice would this be with even just a little coffee bean?
Yeah, a little garnish of a
coffee
coffee
bean, because these are great coffee cookies too. All right, we'll continue this up, show you a closer looking at them in the oven. Sticky fingers. All right, so here they are, beautiful and ready for the oven. 350, 20 to 25 minutes. Keep a close eye and see you for the end result. Here you go, Mommy.
Into the oven they go.
All right, so they just came out of the oven. So what is it that we're looking for?
They came out of the oven and I made them settle like for about 10 minutes. They have to cool. When you remove them from the oven, you will notice that they're very soft. That's why we make them cool for about 10 minutes. So like the exterior gets just a tiny bit crispy and you're able to handle them. And this is what they're supposed to look like. Just very light golden brown.
But when you break one apart in the center, you just want to split one up, you'll see how soft they are.
They're very soft and chewy. Just look at that.
Yeah, very soft. Perfect. All right, and there you have it. These cookies are super easy to make, very delicious. The base is there. You saw 3 ingredients. Now you take that simplicity and you can elevate it by adding different extracts. If you want to put like an amaretto extract or vanilla extract or a lemon, garnish it with candied fruit like my mother was mentioning also earlier. If you want to soak some cherries in some brandy or liquor, you can honestly take this simplicity and then roll with it with your ideas. But these are fantastic. They are flourless, so they are gluten-free. As long as you don't have a nut allergy, you should be good. And these are easy to take. They don't crumble.
No, they don't crumble at all. They're very neat to eat.
Yeah, and they could go into the freezer. Now, honestly, if there are any left over to go into the freezer, but for Christmas time, I know I feel like walnuts or nuts or pecans, it's always usually a little bit more fall. You could do this all year round, but you see it a little bit more present as garnishes on fall or Christmas time. So when doing Christmas baking like we do, we obviously do weeks in advance. So our freezer tends to get full very fast. So yes, if put in plastic bags, freezer safe bags, or Ziplocs or containers, they are
airtight containers.
tight containers, freezer safe up to
3 months.
3 months.
Easily.
But again, that won't last. It's literally just waiting for the event to happen and then they'll go. We will have one with
We're gonna try one with coffee.
with coffee. Let's try one with coffee. A nice little cup of coffee. And I'm going to take, here, I'll take a green one this time. Super, super delicious.
I'll take one with the walnut.
Oh my god. They're so soft.
And I'm sure they're ingredients that you have in your pantry.
So
They're
good.
very easy, simple to whip up, and delicious.
The perfect amount of sweetness. Really, guys, give this a try. Let us know down in the comments below if you do. And if you've done your own spin on it. As always, weekly content every Sunday. And until next time, we're going to continue to enjoy this cup of espresso with a cookie. We thank you for watching. And as always, continue to
Love what you eat.
Bye for now.
Alla prossima. Arrivederci. Chin chin.
So good.
Delicious. Really, really good. So simple to make. It's ridiculously simple.
I'm gonna go give some to my dad. All right. See you next week. Bye.